When I was little, I often had dreams about how I got into the wonderful world of magic and adventure. In the world of my fantasies, I had many loyal friends, others appreciated and respected me. But as I grew up, I realized that the world of my dreams would never become reality. And all that awaits me now is study, which takes all my strength, and entertainment that does not bring any pleasure. But one day an interesting offer caught my eye. Can you really send me to my fictional world? Of course. This is our job. Just to begin with, you should tell us as much as possible about your world, and what fate will await you there. Great. I just wrote a book in which I described my world in detail, but I will still tell you in a few words about the place where I would like to go. Once upon a time, a wise and just king ruled in the kingdom of Eberia. The kingdom was flourishing and everyone was happy. But one day a huge meteorite fell on the kingdom. The world has changed a lot since then. The winters became long and cold, the inhabitants of the kingdom began to starve and often get sick. Wars and civil strife began. Although people did not know exactly where the meteorite fell, they understood that it had a magical origin, because the fragments of the meteorite scattered around the world gave their owners unprecedented strength and abilities. And the one who would find the entire meteorite in its entirety would have such power with which they could repair the whole kingdom for themselves. 250 years have passed. The state and Eberia collapsed into 5 smaller kingdoms. The kingdom of Lyria was ruled by the intelligent and prudent Princess Julia, who served her people with care and trepidation. The kingdom of Ravenna was ruled by Emperor Tiberi, who demanded order and discipline from her subordinates. The kingdom of Agria was ruled by King Clegane, who behaved like a barbarian, and his subjects were not much different from him. Neutral lands didn't have their own king. There were many towns and villages there, and everyone lived as he pleased. Later than anyone else on the continent, the formidable and powerful Hattegat Empire appeared. The removable Lord Kasi, having learned about the fall of a magical meteorite, decided to find it and repair its power for himself. For these purposes, he ordered his troops to sail to Iberia. He appointed his daughter, Queen Vendanella, as the head of the troops. Queen Vendanella, burning towns and villages, brutally and bloodily suppressing any resistance, conquered part of the continent and began to prepare for the complete capture of Eberia. The threat of complete destruction loomed over the kingdoms. The desperate people in Eberia could only hope for a miracle that the Savior would come and protect them. And this Savior I will become an elf named Olivia. Once in Iberia, I will study with a wise mentor who will be like a father to me. I will make loyal friends, find a magical meteorite and subdue its power, expel Queen Vendanella and save the inhabitant and Eberia. What a flight of fancy, very interesting. Yes, this is the world we will send you to. Go into the next room, stand in the center of the circle and get ready to go, everything will start soon. I can't wait. What a ridiculous fan fiction she wrote to me here. A sad fairy tale for 3-year-olds. But never mind, now I will make some changes, and this story will sparkle with new colors. Let everything be not so unambiguous with Queen Wendinella, and she will feel a sense of affection, love someone, show weakness and indecision. Villains are also people, and their actions should have a reason, not just because they are evil. Let Queen Vendanella be a negative character, though, but not entirely of her own free will, but because she is afraid of the punishment of her tyrant father. About kings. Each of the kings will have their own pronounced disadvantage or weakness, because of which they will always have problems. For example, Princess Yumiya, she will only pretend to be kind and caring in public, but in fact she will be a treacherous, vindictive and dangerous ruler. Don't you worship? You're doing great. Worship before your ruler. Let everyone consider Emperor Tiberius a madman and a psychopath, obsessed with discipline and order. But in fact, all his decisions will be for the benefit of the majority. King Clegane, let him be a lover of grace and beauty, who at the same time is afraid that his barbarian subjects will misunderstand him. And they will consider him a weakling. About the meteorite fragments that give the owner superpowers. Too much magic is not cool. Magic should be perceived as a miracle, and not as an ordinary thing that surprises no one. And besides, magic should not be owned by any rabble. Therefore, the kings, fearing for their power, will order to destroy all the fragments of the meteorite and execute those who dare to use them. Well, now let's move on to our main character Olivia. Only Mary Sue wins everyone without sacrificing anything, without losing loved ones, and without encountering adversity on your way. Therefore, I will replace the wise mentor who will teach her with a lustful drunkard and a rude man. Greg will kill him, captain of the Vendanella Guard, and Olivia will be enslaved for 6 long years. After some time, due to intrigues and betrayals, Greg will be forced to flee from Vendanella. He will meet Olivia again, free her from slavery, and after going through many trials together, they will get closer. And, unable to resist, they will succumb to passion and lust. Okay, I won't continue spoiling. Oh, Olivia, I don't envy you. How many trials are waiting for you? Well, let's start sending you. It happened. I finally got into the world of Iberia. I can't wait to go on a journey towards adventure.
What's going on here? The answer is a commoner.
With this crystal, I can turn any object into whatever I want. For example, I can turn stones into buns and thereby save thousands of people from hunger. Here we go again. Another fool disobeyed the order and decided to decide the fate of people. So what are we going to do?
What's there to think? Execute him and that's it.
You have no right to administer justice on neutral lands. You will pay for your treachery.
Do you think I care?
What? Actually, everything was a little different in my story. Oh well, now I have to find a mentor who will take over my training. That's what I'll do. Greetings, wise teacher. Me and fake Olivia are from an ancient elven family. Will you take my tuition?
Hey, pretty girl. I must say right away, becoming a warrior is clearly not shining for you. You have another way. You'd make a great tavern dancer. They love cute ones like you there. But if you really want to learn from me, then bring me a barrel of wine, and I'll teach you a couple of tricks that will help you survive.
You are accused of being in a local tavern. They sang songs that defame the honor of our ruler. In their songs, they played Princess Eumea and the commander of the guard, Captain Valerian. By doing so, you have caused irreparable damage to the reputation of the kingdom.
But mistress, this is just a joke.
Your act is outrageous. Choose what you will be left without. No tongue or no hands.
I definitely can't do without hands.
Cut out his tongue. Let you be mine. We hug each other.
That's right. That's right. It's so beautiful.
My queen, your father wants to know how well the preparations for the invasion are going. Tell him it's okay. All right. You should know how much I don't want to do this. So many innocent people will die. I'm afraid my heart won't hold out. Don't worry. We will find a way to solve this problem. Greg, there's a task for you. The inhabitants of Beria began to forget about how powerful and dangerous the empire of Hattegat was. So go to neutral lands and show them who is the true owner of these lands.
Is there anyone here who dares to come out with me to a duel, or are there only miserable cowardly animals gathered here? We defeated you once, and it will happen again soon. Well, brat, I'll fight you.